Hey folks, I'm saying hello on a Sunday rather than waiting till Monday. It's the 28th. This is necessary when I do this, so anybody up here acting for you people, okay? Oh man. You know when you're in the public domain and when you're in the public's view, you do have to deal with people's perception of you, which often is very incorrect. I've said it a million times on my channel. I am at home. I'm at home. This is what I do. Ain't nobody acting for y'all. So, and the other thing is when sometimes when people try to make funnies or make jokes, the context isn't there because you're not a real person to me. Unless I actually know you, then I don't have context for the joke, and so most of the time I just don't even bother. What I want to get on here and talk about primarily is the fact that I got a message from Bandcamp that they're going to do Bandcamp Friday for the rest of the year, August through December. So this coming Friday, which will be the 2nd of September, will be a Bandcamp Friday. And what I'm going to do is put together a compilation to offer. I have a lot of material on the Bandcamp site, lots. And I dare say most of you haven't heard any of it, if even a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a greatest non-hits compilation of stuff, which will include early stuff where I'm playing all the real instruments and singing. Okay? So I'm going to work on that this week and release that on Bandcamp on Friday for the purpose of Bandcamp Friday, when it was happening, it was helpful. I really appreciate it. Excuse me. Since then, I just get maybe one order every 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing my Prince shirt. I seldom wear this. Thought I'd wear it today. Morbidity and mortality is something that is often in my thoughts, Yesterday had a really nice Zoom with both of my sisters, Floyd, and both of my nephews, not my great nephews. I have 2 nephews, Karim and Sean. That was just so cool to see them and talk to them. So hello folks, when you watch this, Stephanie and Karim, hello. Y'all are looking magnificent, marvelous. Okay, the RAF is just about to be ordered. The order should go in tomorrow. The band RAF is a neurotic bunch of misfits, and getting down to the final details of the packaging is it's going crazy, because it's like it's like dealing with little kids, at Christmas time, honestly. But we're just about done. We just about got it done. There's even more messages about it this morning. Okay, now it's details. You get stickers and put them in the. Oh God. Anyway, some music, some records that are out because I haven't bought any this week. No new records. Sleepytime Gorilla Museum. They're not around anymore. I posted this online, and it appears that several people in the groups I know these people. Most Diano, who was in the band, became a friend of mine online, and we've talked a bit. This is really fantastic. It's very theatrical, very progressive. They go from King Crimson moves into things that are very much like the Art Bears, and they can handle it. It's really good. Grand Opening and Closing. I think this is their very first album, reissue of it. This is a trip down memory lane, as well as just a good album for vibrations and positive energy in the house. Eddie Henderson's Sunburst came out in 1975. And I've had this since then, actually. I did get a chance to replace my original copy that I bought when it first came out. The Mwandishi group and Herbie Hancock were very important to me when they were in the moment, back when it was happening. You know, when those records and anything associated came out, as soon as I could afford it, I got it. This is excellent. The whole band, George Duke, Alphonso Johnson, everybody, kicking ass on here. Woke up yesterday morning with this song in my head, so I had to play it. Delicious by Catherine Wheel. They still have me wondering what's going on. You know, are they threatening to release something again, be back together? Still don't know. I hope so. I hope so. This is just a band that could have been, coulda, shoulda, woulda. You got to put it like that. Some jazz. Bobby Bradford with John Stevens and the Spontaneous Music Ensemble. Had been meaning to pull this and play this for a while, and just finally got to it. This is really quite good. It's got Trevor Watts and Julie Tippett on here as well. What's interesting is John Stevens, as a drummer, was very much into free jazz and improvisation. And so he plays like that a lot, but when he finally decides to swing, he can really swing. And that's, to me, has always been the important thing about improvisation, is knowing that anyone can make noise and improvise and make a sound. The people that know how to play can take you on a journey, can do things as a result of having skills. And that's really apparent on here. Bobby's playing is real nice. No comparisons off the top of my head. Really enjoyed this. Old album. Let's go back to 1968. The first Blood, Sweat, and Tears album. Back when Al Kooper was the guy that started the band, basically, and then he was out. As soon as the album was done, he was out of the band. They moved on to greater commercial success. Probably couldn't have done it with Al Kooper. This is very bluesy with a touch of psychedelia. Perfect for the times. It's actually a very good album. And honestly, I do skip over the bluesy numbers. But there's a couple songs on here. See, I don't keep up with titles like I used to. So even looking at the titles, I couldn't tell you what the songs are that I really like. But Steve Katz, the guitarist, wasn't he on here? Yep. He stands out as a writer in the band. That's a good album. Pulled this and played this. I bought it record store day a few years ago. Tommy Bolin and Energy. These are recordings of the band Tommy Bolin and Energy that he had before he joined James Gang, Deep Purple, and all that. I got to see this band at my high school out at Creighton Prep. They played for a sock hop. There was hardly any dancing. I was mesmerized. I was up on that stage the whole time. They were dressed like, I remember the shoes. They had those stacked heels shoes. This is Omaha back in the 70s. This is about like in 1971. You didn't see stuff like that in Omaha in general. It's so conservative here and so redneck. So these guys really blew my mind. Plus they were really good. I remember the song Hoka Hey off of here. It's the one that it was so different, it lodged in my memory. And when it came on yesterday, I said, yeah, that's that song. That's the song. Because it was real proggy. They do some typical sort of blues-based rock and roll tunes so that Tommy can, wail on the blues, which he does. But the jazzy numbers on here are the ones. That's the shit. I got to see them live. And talked to Tommy on the break. He was very, very nice. He was speeding and didn't mind telling me. I was just a kid, just a teenager. But he was still very focused, Very focused and very, very nice. His brother Johnny, when I play in Sioux City with my band RAF, Johnny always comes to our shows. Always makes it a point to come out and talk to me and let me know he's there. I love that kind of respect. And that's, yeah, everything else I've shown here. Well, I haven't got to these yet. Okay, I'll show these because these are sitting down kind of like in a queue waiting to be played. Did I show this though? Maybe I didn't. Okay. Excuse me, folks. Like I told you, I'm just at home. Ain't nobody taking time and trying to put on a show for you. This is just me. I'm naturally entertaining, as we all can be, I think. Pierre Moerlen's Gong. Had fun with this, posting this in music groups because a lot of people don't know about this album who thought they knew about Gong. I heard at least a dozen people say, I never heard of that. Keep it open. Leave it open. There's no Alan Holdsworth on here. This is very percussive and a lot of marimba vibraphone on here, but this is really good. It's focused on the music primarily. It's not trying to make a commercial album, so it's music based. Very enjoyable. So that's when I played. Now these are the ones that are sitting out to get played before I put them home, put them away. Bourbonese Qualk, I think they're from England. Interesting band from the late 70s, I think, 80s. Something kind of dark about them. When I think of this band, I think of the other band, Clock DVA. But I haven't played this in a long time. So that's out to get played. Biomechanoid from the guy that started Brain Ticket. Joel Vandenbroek, however you say his last name. It's a library music album. I can't remember what this sounds like, but you can see by that cover that this is interesting. Looks like an H.R. Geiger. Yeah, it looks like a Geiger painting. The other one sitting out is, this is something I discovered online. Kadhja Bonet, Childqueen. When I heard her, I was immediately struck by the unusual chord changes. I love chord changes that don't just follow the usual. And this is full of them. Nice pink vinyl. She almost looks like Lisa Bonet. I wonder if they're related. But this is really, really good, and it's its own thing. It's a mixture of R&B, rock, and other influences. Childqueen by Kadhja Bonet. So I'm going to play this today because that's why I pulled it. I hadn't played it in a long time. So I'm going to leave the news alone because it's absolutely nutty. The one thing I want to say today is that life is here and now. And yet we do spend a lot of time in our minds in the past or fretting about the future. I posted it on Facebook today. My quote for the day is, life is here and now. Go out and make some new memories. Have a good day or evening whenever you see this.